Hello lads and lasses, TRZ Plays here, and sorry for missing an upload yesterday. I was a bit busy, but this video is going to be my top 5 favorite ship lines. Do keep in mind this is in my opinion, as always. Most of the ship lines I like are some good, some bad, but again, this is just my opinion. If we all had the same opinion, we would be a boring people. So, enough of me rambling, and we'll get into the video right now. So, my number 5 favorite ship line. It will be the American alternate cruiser split. Now, hear me out, I get it. We all don't like certain American cruisers, Omaha. But if we're gonna think about that for the same ship, we would be a very boring people. But these separate line of ships, like Dallas, Cleveland, and Helena, those are great for DD hunting, and as you know, I sometimes don't like DDs. So these are actually perfect for hunting destroyers, along with a second line which I'll mention later on. Now, what else is there to like about them? Reload speed is meh, or actually very short. Some of them have radar and sonar. Well, most of them have, all of them have sonar. So, I don't have anything negative to say about the American Cruiser Line because I don't like DDs. So, American Cruiser Line, top 5, one of my top 5 favorites. The alternate cruiser line in general is my favorite line for cruisers. Speaking of DD hunting, coming in at number 4, we have the Italian Cruiser Line. By far, one of the most beautiful lines to gawk at, and also a very good cruiser if played in the right hands. Italian Cruiser Line has beautiful ships and very powerful DD hunters, just like the Soviets. Now, well, this is obvious because technically it was the Italians that inspired the Soviets. Italian Cruiser Line, great for taking out cruisers and destroyers. A bit poor on the battleship department, but I mean, Italian Cruiser Line, the only issue I have with it is its thin armor. It's paper thin. But in the right hand, these things can slaughter. Speaking of slaughter, coming in at number 3, we have the French DD line. Now, why is the French DD line even here in the first place when France is such a forgettable nation in World of Warships apart from their battleships? Well, it's for many reasons. They're great for ambushes because of logistibility. Some of them have main battery reload booster. Their engine boost is possibly the fastest in the game. There are many reasons to like the French DD line, but I'm not forcing my opinion on it. They're great for taking out DDs, cruisers as well when you ambush them, and even battleships. You manage to get a battleship's broadside, especially if you have torpedo soup. Now, there isn't really that much to bash the French DD line for, except when they meet ships like Cleveland, or since I'm playing Tier 5, maybe even Helena or Dallas, or basically any Soviet or Italian cruiser. Basically, the French DD line is basically a sort of glass cannon per se, but not exactly a glass cannon. So French DD line is a great line for fast gunboat players. Number 2 on the list, I'm pretty biased on this one, but it is the German battleship line. My god, they're actually amazing. Apart from their dispersion, which is the only complaint I have, they're great ships, very good actually, especially when you get to ships like Bayern, König, and Bismarck. Nobody plays Gneisenau. The only problem with Gneisenau is probably has the worst dispersion in all of the battleship lines. These are monsters that are great for brawling, great for up-close engagement. Long ranges, they're miserable. Perfect knife fighters, judging by that Bayern and basically the entire German line in general, including their premium battleships, have the best secondaries in the game. So, as ships, the Germans can really take a beating as well. They're very tanky and very powerful. So, what else is there to say? They're also beautiful to look at. It's obvious that the Germans would be here. it's obvious that they would be at least number 2. Coming in at the number 1 spot, to me it was pretty obvious, so I decided to go with the best brawling line, the Soviet Battleship line. So, Soviet battleships, where do we begin? Well, Vladivostok has the highest HP pool for pretty much any tier 7 ship at 73k, 73,600 rather, with the B hull. Vladivostok guns, amazing. Armor, it's okay, especially when angled, but you show your broadside, you'll get vibe checked. I don't have much to say, I just like the Soviet line in general. So, yeah, Soviet battleships, number 1 spot. So, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you really found it informative. Please make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you on the high seas.